I'm Nick and welcome to my shop. Today I'm going to do shelving. Not just any shelving, like the ultimate shelving for the garage. You could actually just like go to YouTube, type in like garage shelving DIY and you'll come up with this like project basically. It is used, I've seen it for like years and stuff, used a lot on the internet. I'm going to try it today. Should be like the easiest way to do it. We'll find out. For some background, I am a woodworker and I just moved into the shop. On this side, I already put up shelving, mostly all the way up. I need to put some finish on the plywood shelves. But I do primarily wood turning, and this side is for primarily automotive, so I have, you know, cars I maintain and stuff. This is my new 2-car garage. But today, this is what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to pull everything away, get room to do some work, and go through the process with you.
With any project, you need to have a plan, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm sketching up what's in my head so I can refine it and know all the measurements for what I need to build. You can see me flipping through my sketchbook. I've done this before in other shops, so I convert to the older designs and bring over what works well.
So these are the windows here, and this is the little tool cart, the lathe, the sharpening station, the bandsaw, the drill press and stuff. And over here is the dust collector, and I actually have some wiggle room. I think the cutoff cart can go here. But you can see what I'm thinking here. Basically, I have a big open section underneath for all the tools, and the shelf going across the top. Then the other side is going to be more automotive, and I have right now drawn up tools on the left and shelves on the right, with my big desk here in the corner. The one thing I did learn is I did some automotive work recently, just getting cars prepped for winter, just maintenance and stuff, and the tools and the shelves should be swapped. It's really handy to have tools in the central part of the garage. So I'll be making that change, and that's just good, like I said, to draw it out, try it out, see what works. But I'm pretty happy with this design. I feel it's going to be good. So let's get to it.
Now that I have a plan, the next step is to clear everything out of the way so I have room to build the shelves.
So, for the shelving unit, I'll be attaching 2x4s to the wall. First thing to do is mark the studs with a stud finder and a pencil. So when I screw the studs to the wall, I'm screwing into something solid. Also, I have a stud finder, so I have to make the joke. Beep, 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 beep. Found a stud. So I marked the studs. Here's the sides of it, and then in the middle, you want to drive the screw in the middle. And I did up here in the middle and in the bottom, because I'm going to be doing 3 such shelves on that side, and this side is only going to be 2. So let's have it laid out for the wood that's going to be along the wall.
To put the shelf up on the back, you really need 3 hands to do it. So I asked my wife to lend a hand or 2.
So I got the wood attached to the wall. I got a 3-inch screw that goes through the stud, through the drywall, into the stud on the back side. And it's in every stud. So this is not going anywhere. So this is going to form the back of the shelf, and we're going to build the front of the shelf next. And to have this all make sense, this is going to be one of the supports in the middle. So back, support, and then front. To build the front, we can use this as a template. To build the template, I need to screw this into the front, into the back. Now, I don't have a second person with me, but I can use clamps to help hold everything. And I'm just going to put some temporary screws in. So I got the fronts attached to the backs, and I use to add the supports. Not dry stuff. Make sure it's level before I attach the next piece. There we go. Cool. I'm just using 2.5-inch construction screws. And what's nice is they don't require pre-drilling, they're self-tapping and all that stuff, so there's less of a chance of it splitting the wood. Which is something you need to worry about, like up here on the edges. So on my front, I have a seam right here, and I was very strategic. So it would fall right in the middle of a 2x4. There we go. That could have been laid out a little better, but you know what? It's fine. It's only garage shelves. So what makes this cool is the front is all done. Just need to pull out the few temporary screws I put in, and it'll be detached. And now, I have a fully assembled front. So the back is built, the front is built. Now I need to cut up a bunch of these for supports that go and attach the front to the back.
For the cross supports, I just used my miter saw and cut them at 17 inches in length. To attach them to the front and the back, I'm just going to use pocket screws, and I'm using the Craig system to drill out the holes. And there's a lot of them.
My plan is to attach a few of these supports to the wall and then attach it to the front rail. But I want to get this out of my way. And to prevent it from falling on me, I'm going to clamp it to a ladder. Again, if you have someone else to help you, you could probably just have them hold it. I'm going to throw a quick mark where to put the supports. I'm going to do every 2 feet. Got the front done, got a few of these supports in, time to put it all together. Have it currently being held up against the wall with just only a few supports. That's fine. It is not going to fall on me, and I can now spend the time just popping them all in. So in this big open area, I'm gonna do some customization. Down here, I'm gonna have toolboxes, and I wanna illuminate them. So I have a shop light, I'm gonna attach it right here. Now, to do that, I'm gonna space out my supports to be where I need to be for the screws. I'm also gonna turn them sideways so that it sits up recessed versus, normally putting it vertically like this. So that's what I'm gonna do here. Man, these shelves are looking really good. Right, they're not usable yet. So to finish these shelves off, I'm gonna put some plywood down, and I got like the 4x8 sheets. Just gotta cut it down to, 22 inches? 19 and a half actually. So to do that, you can use a skill saw. I have a track saw that works really well. I know when you buy it, you can actually have like the big box stores like cut it for you. Sometimes they'll do that. So for this, I'm just gonna cut down the 4x8 sheets of plywood and pop them in here. Now, if I've measured and cut this right, it should fit. Oh, that is perfect. Cool. This is actually my first time using a track saw, and I'm blown away by it. I love it. I should have bought it sooner. This is definitely falls into one of the categories of like, it's a tool that you may regret purchasing if you never really break down plywood. So before, I used a circular saw, and this thing's heavy, and I actually built my own track. And this is just some plywood that I took and glued it up, and basically I can set it down, clamp it, this thing skates, and make the cut. But the saw will like move on the track. It works. It's not that accurate. But this thing is absolutely amazing. It is so much lighter. It is battery powered, so I can deal with the cord because you could accidentally cut the cord because it's all over the place as you like move down. It was an 8-foot sheet of plywood. And then this track, the saw slides so much better on the track and has grippy things on the bottom, so when it tracks down, it doesn't move. You don't need to clamp it, which just blows my mind. Like if you ever have done it before, probably would think, oh yeah, it's not that secure, but it is. So definitely a tool I recommend if you break down plywood. I love it. So from here, you can just screw these down and call it done. But I'm gonna hit it with some sandpaper real fast and put some oil on it. That way, whenever you put any totes or anything on here, it slides a little bit easier and also reduces any kind of splintering. So I'll get that done before I attach this. So the last step really is to attach these shelves to the frame. Basically, you don't want them moving around on you and stuff. So you just need to put 4 screws in, 1 in each corner. You should be good to go. These shelves turned out phenomenal. I really like them. They're easy to build. They're super strong. I can put up whatever kind of weight-wise stuff on this thing and I don't have to worry. It's tucked away so I can still put a car in here and open up car doors. So this is a success. If you're gonna build something like this, I highly recommend this design. I'll link a few videos down below of other creators that I found that did this design and inspired me. So yeah, anyway, end of the video here. Thanks for joining me in my shop. Have fun.